As I embarked on the cursed mission, I could feel the weight of the task at hand pressing upon my shoulders. I am Jiggs, a demolition specialist, and a member of an elite squad of Navy SEALs. Our mission: to extract a kidnapped diplomat safely from enemy territory. Little did I know that this mission would test not only my physical abilities, but also my sanity. Under the command of Lieutenant Davis, our team ventured into the heart of enemy territory in an Arabic country. As we made our way through the war-torn slum, it became apparent that we were ill-equipped to face the battle ahead. The air was thick with tension, and the stench of death lingered in every corner. But it wasn't just the enemy combatants we had to worry about. Demonic entities born from the atrocities of war haunted the battlefield. Their presence made it even more difficult to fight the henchmen of the notorious warlord who had plunged the city into chaos. Legend had it that this land was cursed, and anyone who dared to enter it would be marked for vengeance by the spirits of those who had died in the conflict. The weight of their anger and suffering hung heavy in the air, suffocating us with every step we took. As we fought our way through the twisted streets, the darkness seemed to seep into our souls. The buildings, once vibrant and full of life, now stood as hollow shells, haunted by the memories of a time long gone. The shadows danced eerily, whispering secrets of the past. Lieutenant Davis, a true veteran of the battlefield, showed his mettle. His experience and wisdom shone through his every action and decision. He led us with unwavering determination, his eyes reflecting both the horrors of war and a flicker of hope. But the cursed land demanded its price. One by one, my comrades fell victim to the horrors that surrounded us. Wade, taken by a roadside bomb that disintegrated the right side of his body, did not die instantly. He cried and told me to tell his wife and kids that he loved them and to make sure I always take care of them. After assuring him, I had to end his suffering as it was too much for me to bear. After advancing more, Rod fell victim to the evil that engulfed the battlefield. It got into his head, flooding his brain with flashbacks of horrors that he had witnessed in the past. I could see it in his eyes that he was being tormented. I begged him to get a grip on it, but it was useless. He cried and shouted and pleaded for the spirit to leave him alone, leaving his head open to the enemy. Before I could get to his position to help him, his head exploded from the impact of what could be a 7.62 round. Under severe fire, the most I could do was grab his dog chain. To get us closer to the diplomat's location, Hogg decided to put his life on the line to provide cover for me and Lieutenant Davis. He ran out in the open, guns blazing, and headed straight for a group of enemies that were pressing us. He was lucky to make it over there to them without getting shot, but when he pulled his grenade pin, it refused to explode. As the henchmen stabbed him, he groaned in agony until one of them plunged a knife through the side of his neck and pulled, ripping away his throat. His groans turned to gurgles as blood poured from his neck. My comrades' deaths were not quick or painless. They were cruel and horrific. The spirits of the fallen took pleasure in tormenting us, reveling in our suffering. Yet we pressed on, fueled by a sense of duty and a desire to complete our mission. Lieutenant Davis and I fought side by side, our bond forged in the fires of adversity. We had to find a way to ward off the malevolent spirits and bring the kidnapped diplomat back to safety. Every step forward was a struggle, every breath a battle against the darkness that threatened to consume us. The sound of gunfire echoed through the desolate streets, mingling with the anguished cries of the damned. The climax of our mission approached, the final showdown with the warlord and his minions. We fought with every ounce of strength we had left, our bodies battered and bruised, our souls scarred by the horrors we had witnessed. In the end, our sacrifice was not in vain. Through sheer determination and with the weight of our fallen comrades on our shoulders, Lieutenant Davis and I emerged victorious. The diplomat was rescued, and our mission was accomplished. But the price we paid was steep. The curse had claimed the lives of our comrades, leaving only Lieutenant Davis and me standing amidst the wreckage. We were scarred, both physically and emotionally, forever marked by the darkness that had enveloped us. As we made our way back to safety, the creepy silence of the cursed land still lingered in the air. The spirits of the fallen watched us from the shadows, their eyes filled with a mixture of anger and gratitude. Lieutenant Davis, true to his name, had proved himself a veteran of the highest order. His leadership and unwavering resolve had guided us through the darkest of nights. He had shown us what it truly meant to be a warrior, to fight not only for ourselves but for the greater good. And so, the story of our cursed mission came to an end. Though we had emerged victorious, we would forever carry the weight of the fallen on our shoulders. The scars, both seen and unseen, would serve as a reminder of the horrors we had faced and the sacrifices we had made. In the end, it was not just a mission. It was a testament to the strength of the human spirit, the ability to endure and overcome even the most daunting of challenges. And though the darkness still lingered, we carried on, knowing that our actions had made a difference in a world plagued by war and suffering.